Hello YouTube, my name is Shruti and you're watching Tickle Me Pink. Now I absolutely love Goa. Apart from it being one of my absolute favorite destinations in India, it also happens to be my native place. I guess you could call me somewhat of a Goa expert. So because of this, I thought that I'll share with you guys some tips and advice as to how to plan a trip to Goa. Now if you like this video, then please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click that little bell button so that you will be notified every single time I upload a video. Now let's get started. So the first question that comes to mind when planning a trip is, when should you visit the place? Now I know that there are a lot of people who are like, Goa is the best in December, yo. But honestly, in my opinion, the worst time to go to Goa would be in November and December. Now I have two main reasons for this. Number one is that it is way too crowded. There are way too many tourists that visit Goa in November and December. All the restaurants are overpacked. There are way too many people on the beach, like swimming in the ocean, doing water sports and stuff. And also the clubs are so crowded that there is absolutely no place to dance and actually have a good time. And the second reason why I hate this period is because it is expensive as F. Like, honestly, you don't need a lot of money to enjoy your time there, but prices in December are like through the roof. I would advise that if you really want to enjoy Goa, then avoid the months of November and December and rather visit it when it's much quieter, nicer, and also a lot cheaper, and that is in February and March. The second thing that you may ask is, where should you stay? Now this is how I divide Goa. If you look at the map, it can be broadly divided into three regions. You have North Goa, you have the middle section which I consider Panji, and then you have South Goa. Now for me, North Goa stretches from Kandolim beach till Arambol beach. And this is kind of like the party section of Goa and the more touristy and crowded area. Then you have Panji, which is the capital of Goa, which is somewhere in the middle. And then you have South Goa, which for me stretches from Kolwa beach all the way down to Palolem. And this place is the more chill place in Goa. It's where most of the 5-star resorts are. So when my husband and I plan a trip to Goa, we usually plan like a 4-day trip to Goa, where 1 day is usually spent in South Goa and the remaining 3 days are spent in North Goa, where we basically just party and have a lot of fun. So one of our absolute favorite beaches to stay in South Goa is Agonda Beach. Now Agonda Beach is really down south and it is quite a drive from the airport as well as Madgaon if you're coming by bus. But I honestly feel like it's worth it. It's just such a chilled out atmosphere and you can just spend the entire day lazing on the beach and even go swimming because the sea is quite nice. But the best thing about Agonda Beach are the hotels over there. Now all along the stretch of Agonda Beach are these hotels and resorts that have these really cute huts that are literally 2 steps away from the beach. And I think that's just an amazing experience because you wake up, you have your breakfast probably in like the veranda that's outside your hut, and then you're on the beach. So it was really cool, and this is something that we do every year when we go to Goa, and it's just amazing. And now moving to North Goa. Now I know all of you have probably heard of Baga and Kalangut because they are probably the most commercial and the most touristic beaches in Goa, as well as Kandolim because of sunburn. But again, because I really don't like this whole touristic Goa, I feel like there are much better beaches that you can stay, and one of my favorites is Vagator. Now Vagator beach is pretty close to Anjuna beach, and like Anjuna beach, it is also slightly rocky and much smaller than Baga, Kalangut and Kandolim. Again, because it's not that touristic, it has its own kind of charm to it. But honestly, the most important reason why I like to stay near Vagator beach is because Vagator has some of my absolute favorite restaurants in Goa. Which brings me to number 3, where should you eat? Now, one of my absolute favorite restaurants in Goa is actually in Vagator, and that is Mango Tree. Mango Tree is like my go-to place for an amazing breakfast. You can get everything from like really good muesli with fresh fruits and yogurt to eggs, bacon, Goan sausages, just about anything. Fill yourself up on a hearty breakfast at this place and you're all set. The second place again, which is in Vagator, which is now really famous and everyone seems to be going there, is Thalassa. You get some amazing Greek food at this place, and apart from the food, one of the things that draws everyone to this place is the view. Like, this restaurant is sort of situated on top of a hill and it overlooks Vagator beach, so it is really beautiful. Now, if you're planning to go to Thalassa, definitely try to book a slot, especially if you're going for like the sunset time, because that's the time that everyone goes there because the view is amazing. And try the garlic pita with the tzatziki because it is yummy. The third restaurant that I absolutely love in Goa is actually in South Goa, and it is somewhere close to Kolva Beach, and that is Martin's Corner. Now, this restaurant is amazing for seafood. This place honestly has the best crabs in Goa, and if you're going there, then definitely try the crabs in the Goan red masala and not the butter pepper garlic crabs, because the Goan red masala is a lot more traditional and it is so yummy. And the fourth and the last restaurant that I recommend that you try in Goa is actually in Panji, and this is Viva Panjim. The restaurant is in like this really old heritage house in Goa, so it honestly feels like you've been invited over into someone's house and you're getting to eat like really good home cooked food. And honestly, I know that everyone says that the Goan sausages in Infanteria are the best Goan sausages that you will ever eat, but I'm here to tell you that they are wrong. The Goan sausage chili fry in Viva Panjim is honestly the best Goan sausage preparation that I have ever had. And now coming to my last point, which is what are the things that you should do in Goa? Now, one of the things that I really like, because I absolutely love shopping, is the Arpora Saturday Night Market. Now, the Saturday Night Market, as the name suggests, is every Saturday night, and it starts at around 7 p.m.-ish and it goes all the way up till sometimes 3 a.m. The market is lit up with different colors. It has a bunch of stalls selling things from like junk jewelry to bits and baubles for your house, like showpieces and things, and also really good leather goods. The second thing that I suggest is, if you have a little bit of time in Goa, or if this is like your second or third visit, try to find unknown and like hidden beaches. Now, 2 beaches that I recommend is one in North Goa. There is a beach called Ashwem Beach. It is brilliant. The beach is beautiful, pretty much untouched. It has only a few restaurants like on the beach which serve really good food, and you can swim there. So it's really cool. And the second beach, the second sort of hidden beach that you can explore is in South Goa, and that is called Kola Beach. Again, the beach is untouched. There are very few people who go there, and apart from the sea, there is like this small lagoon that has formed on the beach where you can swim. So it's like a small pool that is formed on the beach, and I think that that's really cool. So definitely check out Kola Beach. The third thing that everyone goes to Goa to do is, of course, the nightlife. Now again, Tito's Lane is probably the most famous lane in Goa for nightlife, but one other place that I can suggest that you guys should try out is Club Cabana. Now, this is also in Arpora, and the reason why I really like this club is because it is situated on top of a hill, so you get a really good view from up there, and it's like kind of on different levels. Like, the club has, I think if I'm not mistaken, 3 different levels, so you can choose where you want to go, where you want to sit, what you want to do, and Also, because it's on top of a hill, and if you're going in the months like Jan, Feb and March, you get like this really nice breeze, and it's just a very, very pretty club with good music, good drinks, and also very good pizzas. So yeah, those are some of the things that you can do in Goa. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it extremely helpful. If you did, give it a thumbs up, share some love down in the comments, and please do subscribe to my channel for weekly videos. Bye!